your good points, and then ultimately your essential nature. As the Prophet said, he who knows himself knows his Lord.
But then to do all this, to have that sort of presence and to have that God consciousness, to an extent, we have to truly understand Allah. And maybe, in a way, we haven't really kind of done that.
We have to understand ourselves to understand Allah.
He who knows himself knows his Lord.
But then
you can't do it the other way around, really.
But don't we have to know Allah as well to know ourselves? It's both.
With her legal training and literal interpretation of Islam, Aisha resists Abdullah's more flexible approach and tackles him on every point.
If we truly kind of understand those, then it does give you a kind of hope.
You can intellectualise it as much as you like, but until you actually feel something happening, then you won't put those into perspective.
Well, let's put it this way. We have a general theory, but it's, rather than it being up here, it's having it in here. As we go through life, every moment presents itself before us as an open space. Tabula rasa, an open space. If you're clunking all the past stuff, clunking it into that space, then you're not really being present. You're not really being in the moment. And I'm trying to get Aisha to see that it's a little confrontational, it's a little difficult. I'm not sure, to be honest, if she's going to be able to see through. I'm praying that she does.
To achieve this state of spiritual presence, Abdullah expects a physical presence in the mosque for all 5 daily prayers, plus the dhikr and evening wadhifa. So far, turnout has been erratic, with only Simon, an agnostic, making it every time. Abdullah wants the group to make a personal commitment to attending each prayer and dhikr. All agree to commit except Aisha, who is particularly reluctant to join in the early morning dhikr.
I mean, the only thing for me is, personally, I like to do my own if I'm sitting there, because just for me, the chanting doesn't really help me particularly.
Okay.
So I bring my own book, but because of the chanting, I find that kind of distracting, so I can't concentrate on what I'm doing.
All right, are you willing to commit to the other things?
Yeah.
Okay. All 5 prayers? And the wadhifa in the evening? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
During break, Mudassir seizes the chance to lodge an appeal against the confiscation of his mobile phones.
Your use of the mobile phones was beginning to impinge on other people. Now that flaunts the values that we're trying to kind of get across to you in the face.
I want to keep what I've got here on the outside world. So obviously there needs to be some crossover.
Yeah, but you're not engaging with the retreat because you're in connection always to the outside. The idea of the retreat is to retreat away from the world.
I have my physical presence here.
And yeah, but having the mobile means that you constantly have a connection with the outside. So whatever's going on the outside is going to affect your state. We have no right to keep you away from your phones. But we are going to be calling upon you to be thinking very, very seriously about your use of the phones while you're on the retreat. Yeah?
That's fair enough, yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Mudassir just needs to slow down and to consolidate his energies, because at the moment they're very scattered. The person who engages in the remembrance of Allah is a person who's gathered within themselves. You know, they're gathered, the energy is focused and gathered. You know, they're very clear when they set out to do something. The intention is very clear. They're very present, and they're also detached as to the outcome. Mudassir at the moment is up and down, sideways, long ways, all over the place.
The rest of the morning sees the group engaged in manual labour around the estate. Through working, Abdullah believes the group can develop a sense of humility and a generosity of spirit in relation to others.
Rise above the horse poo.
Yes, rise above it.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm going to take it. This is a challenge. This is my humbling experience.
Oh, mate, there's lots of wind today. Just get down.
Gosh, Shanara's worried about cleaning the toilet.
Get a move on. Stop talking,
Azim's un-Islamic Western lifestyle has been an ongoing disappointment to his Muslim parents. But since being on the retreat, he's come to a surprising realization.
The bit of Islam, and if that's what it is, the bit of Islam that has been passed down to me is some decency, some regards for other people. And in essence, that's what Islam is really teaching you, is just have some decency for people.
It's an amazing job you're doing there.
If that's what being a Muslim is about, then do you know what? I should start really being proud of it a bit more.
Having grasped the essence of the religious message, Azim wastes no time putting it into practice. Keen for others to follow his example, he invites Mudassir to help clean up the men's quarters.
There comes a time where I'm going to have to shout at you. We have lots of work to do, man. We need to sweep and we need to mop. You need to get up now. Serious. Come on, lad, man!
What time do you make it?
Quarter to.
Quarter to what?
7, man.
7, so it's time to pray, isn't it? Excuse me.
I ain't got time for that. We're here, regardless of what we're doing here, we're still a team, you know what I mean? If we don't work together, then some of us are going to get irritated. And I'm starting to get irritated.
Rising above his frustration, Azim decides to give Mudassir the benefit of his newly acquired religious insight.
As if this trivial little incident, yeah, just actually... Well, it is trivial, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's just your general, you know, I do feel as if, you do sometimes actually feel as if everybody's got to wait on your hand. And your situation is, at home, people do wait on your hand and foot.
They don't.
You don't even pick up plates in your house. That's what you've told me.
No,
it's not
no.
me making this up.
The point is, it's difficult for all of us to be here, right?
I understand that. And I'm not trying to make things difficult for you.
No, you're not. But I think you seem to think that I've had things very easy. And I have life very easy, and that I've been kind of pampered. But I think that's completely wrong.
Yeah, but regardless...
I've worked very hard in my life.
So have I.
Very, very
so
hard.
have I. Try and do some stuff for other people, that's all I'm saying. Try and show mankind that you're doing something for them.
By what you're saying, you're implying that I am not a particular type of person. I'm not considerate.
You're not very helpful. Yeah, exactly. You've hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah,
you're not considerate.
Yes. But I disagree with that assessment.
That's you.
I welcome the fact that you're concerned, and you're looking at it from a brotherly point of view. I'm
just teaching you normal decency as a person.
Sweet. That's really sweet. That's really nice. Right, and it's nice that you're concerned, and that's a good thing. And I will bear that in mind, but please, 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 don't pass judgment.
I'm looking out for you, that's all.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. Okay.
Yeah?
All right, mate.
All right, then.
Take care.
Having introduced the group to the idea of presence, Abdullah wants them to understand how to access this state for themselves. Not for the first time, Aisha is absent.
What we're trying to uncover is the essential self. It's that primordial being which each one of us has within us, which is free of all of the trappings of the baggage, the likes and the dislikes. What's on offer is the chance to transcend the normal human condition. So that means when you go back out into the world, the scatteredness, the busyness, you'll have a place somewhere within you to get something of a nuance of the essential self.
I don't know, I'm very much affected by things happening around me. And even while you were talking earlier on, my mind was just figuring out strategies. I can't stop it.
Mm-hmm. What you have there is the waswas, is the constant chatter, the blah, 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 yeah? When we listen to the waswas, when our lives are led by our personalities and our character, and they've taken charge, we're blown wherever that leads us. That doesn't mean that we want anybody to lose their personalities, but what we try to do is to not make them command us. The aim of uncovering the essential self is about creating this thing, this conscious presence. I am. Just think about what that means for a minute. I am.